Welcome back, viewers. Thank you for staying tuned to the conversation coming to you from TV 360 here in Lagos, Nigeria. My name remains Nelson Ekujime, and I still have with me in the studio Peter Clever Okpara. Peter, thank you for staying with us.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, on this second stanza of the program, I want to quickly look at the issue of the phasing out of the Unistar meters by the electricity distribution companies in Nigeria, popularly called the DISCOs. We had this report that the electricity distribution companies, the DISCOs, have given directives to consumers to either come and replace the old meters with the new ones with the November 14 deadline, or else they will be migrated to estimated billing. And that news got a lot of Nigerians worried, because some persons, the Unistar meter were purchased. Some of the consumers, paid to procure the meters, and if at any point in time there's a need to replace those meters, I don't think it will be appropriate for the consumers to pay for a new meter. Like we say in law, it will amount to double jeopardy, paying twice for the same equipment that you are using for just the same.
Which legally is a disco property.
Yes,
not even.
It's not the individual. It doesn't belong to you.
Yes.
One is very happy that the Federal Competition and Consumers Protection Council, as well as the Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission, NERC, quickly waded into the matter and gave a standing order that what the DISCOs were planning will not be allowed, because, like you have rightly said, the meters is their property. And if they are going to phase out their meter, it behoves on them to ensure that there's no disruption in the electricity servicing of the consumers. And I also saw it in the news where some of the DISCOs came out and refuted that story. We don't know where it came out from, but we have these reports every time that this meter was eventually going to be phased out. And even NERC itself agreed that that meter is not upgradable, that the meter will be phased out. But the manner in which it will be phased out is one that is, that would have been a bone of contention if not for this sharing news that we have gotten from NERC, FCCPC, and even the DISCOs themselves have come out and said, no, we don't have that plan. But Peter, before you give us your take, I'll tell you, where I live, the distribution company operatives or personnel came into my compound, and the official, I saw him wearing the apparel of the electricity distribution company, and he said he wants to see my bill. I said, I've used a prepaid. He said, yes, he knows. I went and brought out my bill, the payment slip that I use. So I gave him the payment slip. He looked at it. The next thing the young man told me was that I should make efforts to replace this meter, because come November 14th, I won't be able to use it again. And I was like, why? He said they want to upgrade, of which I'm in the know, but I was just playing the ignorant. And he said, if I don't do it by November, that if I want to upgrade him, if I want to get a new meter, that meters are available now, that if I pay for a meter today, that before the end of a week or two, that they will make it available. And I said, okay, thank you. My other neighbor was also there. I didn't, but I told my neighbor, I won't pay for another new meter. I know very well that this issue is something we'll bring to the public space and we'll debate it. And thank God we have agencies of state who are saddled with the responsibility of monitoring this exercise, and they have come up to play their role. And even they themselves have debunked it. So for me, it's about this information before fifth columnists will now capitalize on it to defraud our people. Don't be surprised. It's not impossible that come November 14, if we don't put out this information, some persons will start visiting some homes and tell them that they are from this place, that they want to take this meter away, that they will bring another one. So I think we should use this medium to inform our people. The news that your Unistar meter will be phased out by November 14 is not true. NERC, Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, as well as the Federal Competition, Consumer and Consumer Protection Council, has waded into it, and they have said no, it will not stand. And even the DISCOs themselves, through the chief executive officer of a co-electricity company, EKEDC, has come out to say nothing of such. So for me, even if there's a need to phase out the meter, I think it is only appropriate for the DISCOs to bring a new meter to your compound or your office or your premises, remove the old one and replace it with the new one. Whatever they do with the old one is their property.
That's their business.
I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with you. You see, for me, I look at the rebuttal from the electricity development distribution companies as just an afterthought, meant to, they are just doing damage control.
Damage control.
They issued that notice. We read it in many platforms. In their official website,
okay.
They issued it. But just like you say, the timely intervention of both NERC and FCCPC has now forced them to now start
to do anything
with this. You see, these things are very, very discouraging. That you will wake up as an agency and you just
of state.
Yeah, an agency of state, and you just
come up with a policy.
Come out with an ultimatum. Sometimes very shortest distance ultimatum. You know, you change your meter on 14th. They said that on the 14th, if you don't change their meter, that they will place you on estimated billing.
Yes.
Imagine that kind of
that was a threat.
And now, meter, who owns the meter? Meter is supposed to be the property of the distribution companies. Yeah. And not the individual. You cannot. I heard that today single phase meters are going for as high as 130 to 140,000 naira. Now
I don't know. I think we need to find out that.
I know.
Don't let us speak on speculation.
No, I'm not speculating. I had very privileged information on that. And now you now come and tell people, hey, go and buy or apply for new meter and the others. Are they supposed to apply? What we expected was that, and I'm very, very happy it was well captured in the NERC repeater from the vice chairman of NERC to the fact that they are talking of replacement and not people paying for new meters, which may have been the intendment of the people that came out with this notice. You know, so it's about replacement swap. Like you said, people can just be sleeping and you, by the time they wake up, you are swapped. That because it's their property, it's not the property of the people. Okay. You cannot just be dying people. Yes, if it is to be phased out, it must be done properly. I want to commend FCCPC, you know, because it's an agency that is put in place to do this kind of things, and they have to. It's
the regulator of the electricity industry.
No, FCCPC.
Okay, FCCPC.
No, FCCPC.
Yeah. FCC, that's the Consumer Protection, Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission.
Yes, what they did was very timely and okay, and we expect them to do more of that in this particular situation. We have found ourselves where people wake up, leverage on whatever position they are doing.
Suppliers of goods.
Yes, suppliers of goods
and services,
and just exploit people. And if you don't have anything, use it. Let FCCP do more of that, and let NERC monitor the discourse, because they are up to some shenanigans. And what I want to let you know is that if they had succeeded by that, it would have led to a very chaotic situation, because many people are not met at one. Those that are not met at,
we have about 7 to 13 million metering gap.
Can you imagine? I will even suggest that before they phase out this, they must close that metering gap. They must close it, and then the people that are using this thing, you now swap, like you say, we wake up in the morning and find new meters in our, not for you to compel us to go and register and apply for new meter or pay any amount for new meter. It is not proper. It is not right.
Peter,
it's annoying. Yeah.
Peter, you know the interesting thing about this whole scenario for me is that if we don't put up this issue onto the public space, a situation whereby consumers should come for a new
and
meter.
like you said, you will not rule out the possibility that all those EEDC staff are going everywhere compelling people to come and apply.
They could be
maybe and maybe collecting money. These are, you cannot rule
no,
out
we have used this platform to inform our people that there's nothing of such.
Yes.
Please, if anybody comes to your compound, to your premises, to tell you that they want to remove your meter and replace it, please don't allow them. Call the nearest electricity distribution company office
to confirm.
And
then make sure that a new meter is there.
Yes. Please, we don't want people shortchanging us, and at the end of the day, it will lead to a breakdown of
law and order.
Sure. We don't want it in our society.
Sure.
The information we have right there now is that deadline of November 14 is not feasible. It does not stand. The distribution companies themselves have come out to say no, we are not involved in such.
And of course, their regulatory agency has said that is not possible.
The regulatory
agency, where they phase out the meter, they will replace.
That they must.
Not for you to
not say they will. They must.
They must replace.
Because the vice chairman of NERC, Musili Oseni, stated that I'm quoting him now, that there was no official directive yet on phasing out Unistar meters, stressing that the issue of phasing them out is currently being handled operationally by the discos. Hussein noted that the issue has to do with the token identifier rollover. According to him, if the meters were not upgraded, it would become difficult for customers to purchase electricity tokens. Hussein emphasized that Unitar meters are not upgradable.
Sure.
So we can confirm that they cannot be upgraded.
At a time, yes.
And therefore, they will eventually need to be phased out.
Okay.
So we should prepare the mind of our people
that
they will be phased out. Operationally, if they say those meters are not upgradable, they can decide to phase them out. But as they remove the meters, based on the rule, they must replace them.
Simple.
Underline the word must.
Must,
It is the responsibility of discos to replace them instead.
Sure. And he said also, I don't know if you go down, he said also that nobody should either be denied access to electricity or be placed on
let me go to that aspect.
Okay.
Mr. Oseni, the vice chairman of NERC, emphasized that during the phase-out process, no customer should be placed on estimated billing or be denied access to electricity. So it is very clear.
Sure.
This is from the he said, he pointed out if customers were asked to purchase meters under the MAP framework, discos must provide a clear mechanism for refunds as they are obligated to refund the customer.
We don't even want the refund. Let them swap the meter. Let me tell you, when this new meter came out, initially, most of the people that were placed on the new meter, we are supplied free of charge. Yes, maybe at the end of the day, you now can take it out from their charge, from their bills. That's how. Don't tell people to pay any amount for any meter. It's not on. It's unheard of.
Peter, in addition, as we coast home, where I live in Lagos here, I procured my meter by paying for it.
Yeah, because you needed it urgently.
But I can tell you for a fact that I'm aware that close to 1,000, if not more than, homes were metered free.
Sure.
All
over.
I saw that one.
Yes.
I know of people because I was unable to participate in that process at that point in time. I didn't benefit from that.
But that is how it's supposed to be. That'll be an issue. There will be no need of you paying meter for which you will be charged, for which you will be billed by discos. The discos provide meter. That is how it should be. And simple about that.
Well, once again, we want to commend the FCCPC and the NRC for coming up, with their position as regulators of consumers' complaints. That's for FCCPC. Under Mr. Tunji Bello. We can see that organization is doing quite a lot to arrest, marking up prices, the exploitation and extortion of consumers. Then for the NERC, they are living up to their billing as the regulator of the electricity industry. We appreciate them for what they are doing, and we call on them to continue to do more to ensure that both the supplier and the consumer are not shortchanged in that relationship. Because even with consumers at times, we shortchange the discourse. Oh, well. Through people who bypass meters, through electricity theft.
I think they deal with that in their own way.
So we must speak out against this injury from any angle it's coming from.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we want to call it a wrap on this edition of the conversation for today. We've had a very fruitful conversation. Please continue to watch the conversation coming to you from TV 360 here in Lagos, Nigeria. Till we come your way again next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.